Don't let these 15 Alaska cruise mistakes ruin your cruise. Alaska looks perfect in the photos, towering glaciers, playful whales, and endless mountain views. But for first-timers, it can also be a minefield of rookie mistakes that turn that dream into a nightmare. One wrong move can turn your dream trip into a cold, costly disaster you'll never forget, and not in a good way. Without further ado, these are the common pitfalls that can ruin your Alaska adventure before it even begins. Mistake number 1. Booking shore excursions too late. Imagine stepping off the ship in Juneau, the air crisp, mountains towering, and glaciers glistening in the distance, only to find out that the helicopter ride you've been dreaming about is completely sold out. Not just today, sold out for the entire season. That's the reality for so many first-timers who assume they can just book something when they get there. In Alaska, the must-do experiences, whale watching, glacier trekking, dog sledding, are limited by weather, wildlife, and strict capacity rules. Once they're gone. And you don't want your once-in-a-lifetime moment replaced with a last-minute city highlights bus tour that barely scratches the surface. Here's the golden rule. The moment you book your cruise, lock in your excursions. Not only will you secure the most sought-after adventures, but you'll also get better time slots, smaller group sizes, and, sometimes, even lower prices. Think of it like reserving the front row at nature's most epic show, because in Alaska, the best seats sell out first. Mistake number 2. Assuming all Alaska cruises are the same. This is one of the biggest rookie traps. People think, it's Alaska, so every cruise will show me the same thing. Not even close. 2 ships sailing from the same port can give you completely different experiences, and if you pick the wrong one for your goals, you'll spend the trip wishing you had done your homework. Some itineraries take you deep into Glacier Bay, where you're surrounded by massive walls of ice that creak and crack right before your eyes. Others might skip it entirely and focus on smaller towns and cultural stops. Certain ships are timed perfectly for peak salmon runs and whale migrations, while others sail before the season even starts. And then there's ship size. Smaller vessels can slip into narrow fjords and hidden inlets, while megaships are locked to bigger ports. The takeaway? Don't just click book because the dates work. Decide what you want most: glaciers, wildlife, fishing, history, and then pick an itinerary that delivers. In Alaska, the wrong cruise isn't just a missed opportunity, it's an entirely different trip. Mistake number 3. Ignoring independent excursions. Many first-timers think the ship's excursions are their only safe option. After all, the cruise line promises you'll make it back before departure. But here's the secret. Independent tour operators in Alaska are often just as reliable and can give you a far better experience for less money. I've seen it firsthand. While ship-booked passengers are herded onto giant buses with 40 strangers, those who booked locally are hopping into small vans or boats with just a handful of people. Smaller groups mean more time at the best spots, more interaction with guides, and more flexibility to stop when something amazing happens, like spotting a humpback whale breaching just off the coast. Most reputable local operators work directly with cruise schedules, so missing your ship is practically unheard of. Plus, they're deeply rooted in the community. They know the secret trails, the uncrowded viewpoints, and the local stories you'll never hear in a mass tour. The trick? Research and book in advance, just like you would with a ship excursion, but don't limit yourself to what's on the cruise brochure. In Alaska, thinking outside the ship often pays off big time. Mistake number 4. Choosing the wrong cabin or booking too late. An Alaska cruise isn't like a Caribbean trip where you might barely use your cabin. Here, your room can be the difference between catching a once-in-a-lifetime moment or missing it entirely. Imagine sipping coffee on your balcony as a glacier looms into view, then realizing your cabin faces the wrong direction and all you see is open ocean. The side of the ship matters. On certain routes, one side gives you glacier views, sunrise light, and wildlife sightings, while the other stares at empty water for most of the journey. And it's not just about direction. Cabins near noisy public areas or directly above the engines can turn your peaceful Alaska mornings into a constant hum and shuffle of footsteps. Book too late, and you're stuck with whatever's left. often the least desirable rooms at the same price as the prime ones. The best cabins for Alaska sell out months, sometimes a year in advance. If your budget allows, a balcony cabin is worth every penny here. This is one destination where you'll actually use it every single day. Think of your cabin as your personal front row seat to the greatest nature documentary you'll ever witness live. Mistake number 5. Packing like you're going to the Caribbean. This is Alaska, not a beach getaway. Yet so many first-timers pack as if they're heading to the Bahamas. Sandals, shorts, and maybe a light sweater, just in case. Big mistake. Alaska's weather can flip from sunny and mild to cold, rainy, and windy, all in the same day. I've seen passengers shivering on the deck in nothing but a hoodie, missing the best glacier moments because they couldn't stand the chill. Or walking through port with soaked sneakers because they didn't think to pack waterproof shoes. In Alaska, comfort equals preparation. That means layers, thermal base layers, warm sweaters, a windproof jacket, and a fully waterproof outer shell. Waterproof footwear is non-negotiable, and yes, bring a good hat and gloves even in summer. And it's not just about warmth. You'll want binoculars for wildlife spotting, bug spray for certain ports, and a small day pack for excursions. Pack like you're ready for anything because in Alaska, you are. The weather won't wait for you to warm up, and the wildlife won't pause for you to change clothes. If you're not dressed for it, you'll miss it. Mistake number 6. Cutting flight times too close. If there's one mistake that's turned dream Alaska cruises into disaster stories, it's this: booking flights that cut it dangerously close to embarkation or disembarkation. Alaska isn't your average cruise hub. Many departures are from places like Seattle, Vancouver, or even Anchorage, and flights into these areas can be delayed by weather, airline issues, or simply bad luck. I've watched frantic passengers race into the terminal, only to see their ship's gangway already pulled in. The truth is, cruise ships wait for no one, not even the person who spent thousands on a balcony suite. And flying home the same day your cruise ends? Equally risky. One small delay, and you're scrambling to rebook flights at sky-high last-minute prices, or worse, stuck overnight without your luggage. The smart move? Arrive at least a full day before embarkation. This gives you a buffer, a chance to explore your port city, and, most importantly, peace of mind. On the return, book flights late in the day or, better yet, the next morning. Alaska cruises are supposed to be relaxing. Don't start or end yours with a heart-pounding race against the clock. Mistake number 7. Skipping travel insurance. On a tropical cruise, skipping insurance is risky. On an Alaska cruise, it's borderline reckless. This isn't a quick hop between island ports. You're sailing into some of the most remote and unpredictable regions in the world. If bad weather cancels your flight to the departure city, if you miss your embarkation, or if you have a medical emergency in the middle of Glacier Bay, you're looking at costs that can spiral into the tens of thousands. I've heard of passengers needing emergency evacuations from small towns with no major hospitals, where a quick ride to care means a private air ambulance. Without insurance, that's an out-of-pocket bill that could rival the cost of a luxury car. And it's not just health coverage you need. Good travel insurance also protects against trip cancellations, lost luggage, and missed connections. The fix is simple. Buy it as soon as you book your cruise. That way, you're covered for anything that happens before you even set foot on the ship. You might not think you'll need it, but in Alaska, one unexpected storm or injury can change everything. Travel insurance turns a potential financial nightmare into just another story to tell when you get home. Mistake number 8. Staying indoors for the best moments. If you think you'll enjoy Alaska's glaciers and wildlife just as much from behind the glass of a lounge window, think again. The real magic happens outside, where you can feel the icy wind on your face, hear the crack and rumble of a glacier calving, and smell the crisp, untouched air. Inside, you get a view. Outside, you get the experience. I've watched entire groups miss humpback whales breaching right next to the ship because they didn't want to bundle up and step onto the deck. Others saw glaciers from a distance, but never heard the deep, thunder-like sound of the ice breaking. And here's the thing, these moments don't repeat. Nature won't wait for you to finish your coffee indoors. The fix? When the captain announces a major sighting or a glacier approach, drop what you're doing, grab your jacket, and get outside. Even if it's cold, even if it's windy, you can warm up later. Those jaw-dropping sights will never happen the same way twice. Mistake number 9. Glued to your phone instead of the moment. Alaska will give you some of the most breathtaking scenes you'll ever witness, and yet, I've seen passengers spend those moments staring at a tiny screen instead of the massive beauty right in front of them. They're busy framing the perfect shot, posting to social media, or worse, scrolling through emails, while humpback whales breach and bald eagles soar overhead. Here's the truth. No photo or video will ever capture the scale, the sound, or the feeling of being there. You'll look back and realize you have hundreds of pictures, but no real memories of what it felt like. And by the time you put your phone down, the moment is gone. Sure, snap a few shots to remember it, but then tuck your phone away and just watch. Let the cold air sting your cheeks, hear the splash of a breaching whale, and lock it into your memory, not your camera roll. Years from now, you'll thank yourself for living it instead of just documenting it. Mistake number 10. Skipping onboard nature talks and ranger presentations. One of Alaska's best-kept secrets isn't on land. It's happening right on your ship. Many Alaska cruises bring onboard park rangers, naturalists, or local experts who give talks about the wildlife, glaciers, and history you're sailing past. And yet, so many first-timers skip them, thinking they're just lectures. Big mistake. These sessions often reveal exactly where to spot bald eagles nesting, how to tell a humpback whale from an orca at a distance, or the hidden history behind the ports you're visiting. I've been on cruises where a ranger announced over the PA, "If you're on the port side right now, look to your left. There's a pod of orcas passing by." The people who attended their earlier talk knew exactly what to look for, while everyone else missed it. They're free, they're fascinating, and they give you insider knowledge that makes the rest of your trip richer. Think of them as cheat codes for your Alaska cruise. Missing them isn't just skipping a talk, it's missing opportunities you'll never get back. Mistake number 11. Underestimating the true cost of an Alaska cruise. A lot of first-timers see the cruise fare, think it's all-inclusive, and breathe a sigh of relief until the onboard charges start stacking up like glaciers in a fjord. Alaska cruises have a way of tempting you with extras at every turn: specialty dining, premium coffee, photo packages, Wi-Fi plans, and once-in-a-lifetime excursions that cost more than your entire plane ticket. Then there's the reality of Alaska ports. Many of the most memorable experiences, like flight seeing over Denali or dog sledding on a glacier, come with price tags in the hundreds of dollars. Without planning, it's easy to walk off the ship at the end of the week shocked at how much you spent. The fix is simple but crucial. Budget for the extras before you even book. Decide which premium experiences are worth it to you and set that money aside. That way, you can say yes to the glacier helicopter tour without feeling guilty and no to the overpriced souvenir sweatshirt because you already know where your money is going. Alaska is unforgettable, but it's a lot more enjoyable when your credit card bill doesn't send you into shock afterward. Mistake number 12. Skipping a travel agent for complex itineraries. A lot of first-time Alaska cruisers think booking direct is faster and cheaper. But here's the truth. Alaska isn't just a cruise, it's a puzzle. Between flights, transfers, pre- and post-cruise stays, shore excursions, and glacier permits, there are dozens of moving parts, and one wrong piece can throw the whole trip off balance. This is where a good travel agent earns their weight in gold. They know which cruise lines actually have Glacier Bay access, which itineraries hit the prime wildlife season, and which cabins give you the best glacier views. They'll also spot potential headaches you'd never think about, like an excursion that cuts it too close to sail away or a connecting flight that's notorious for delays. The kicker? Their services often cost you nothing because they're paid by the cruise line, not you. For a once-in-a-lifetime trip like Alaska, having an expert in your corner can save you money, stress, and disappointment. Skipping this step might not ruin your cruise, but it can mean missing out on the very experiences you've been dreaming about. Mistake number 13. Skipping pre- or post-cruise stays. Too many first-timers treat an Alaska cruise like a quick in-and-out trip, fly in the day before, sail for a week, and fly straight home. But here's the problem. Alaska isn't just the ports on your cruise itinerary. Some of its most incredible sights are inland, and you'll miss them completely if you don't plan a little extra time. Flying into your embarkation city a few days early gives you a chance to explore spots like Anchorage's Wildlife Conservation Center, Juneau's Mendenhall Glacier Trails, or even take a day trip to Denali National Park. On the flip side, staying a couple of days after your cruise means you can soak in those last Alaskan moments without rushing straight to the airport. And it's not just about sightseeing. Adding buffer days protects you from travel delays that could wreck your cruise or leave you stranded on the way home. Think of it as extending your vacation, lowering your stress, and unlocking a side of Alaska most cruisers never see. In a place this breathtaking, why would you want to cut it short? Mistake number 14. Choosing itineraries with short port times. On paper, a stop in Skagway, Juneau, or Ketchikan sounds incredible. But if your itinerary only gives you 4 or 5 hours there, you'll quickly realize how much you're missing. Alaska ports aren't tiny beach towns. You can't see it all in an afternoon. Between travel time to excursions, waiting for transportation, and simply walking around, those short visits can vanish in a blink. I've seen passengers rush off the ship, scramble to fit in one activity, and then sprint back before they even had a chance to enjoy the local food or shop for authentic crafts. Meanwhile, longer port calls let you truly immerse yourself, exploring beyond the tourist strip, taking multiple excursions, or simply lingering to watch the locals go about their day. The fix? When choosing your cruise, look closely at port durations. Longer stays mean richer experiences, less stress, and more memories that aren't just a blur. Alaska is all about slowing down and taking it in. Don't let your schedule rob you of that. Mistake number 15. Not checking Glacier Bay access to. One of the biggest draws of an Alaska cruise is Glacier Bay National Park. Massive, shimmering walls of ice, wildlife all around, and the kind of raw, untouched beauty you can't find anywhere else. But here's the catch. Not every cruise line can go there. Access is strictly limited, and only certain ships have the permits to enter. Every year, I meet first-time cruisers who assumed Alaska cruise automatically meant Glacier Bay, only to discover their itinerary skips it entirely. Instead, they pass by other scenic spots that, while beautiful, aren't the same bucket list experience. And once you're booked, there's no switching mid-season to fix it. The fix is easy but essential. Check the itinerary before you book and look for Glacier Bay specifically. Cruise lines like Holland America, Princess, and some Norwegian ships hold permits, but not all do. If Glacier Bay is on your dream list, and for most people it should be, make sure your ship can actually go there. In Alaska, the difference between good and unforgettable can be a single glacier.